Okay, so I'm showing you this drawing because this is how a kitchen generally starts. It starts with a real basic concept and then it leads into much more complicated real issues that have to happen. So what's unique about this particular kitchen that I'm starting is the fact that it it's wide open, which is good, and has a staircase behind it, which is cool. But this particular client wants a lot of appliances, and most importantly, they want an aquarium right here. So, and not only an aquarium right here to be built in as a backsplash, they also want to see it from this side, and this side. And there's a staircase there, as I mentioned. So that's where this starts to be interesting slash fun. Over here, you see lots of cooktop, lots of refrigeration. Here you see another cooktop in the island. And over here you see some cabinets with really no purpose at all right now. So I have to start with this. And most importantly, as a kitchen designer, this really now is all about the aquarium and the engineering of it. So my first draft that I did is taking that into account as well as getting all the pieces in place. So I start by going through pages after pages of appliances. This is an all Gaggenau package, which is about as good as it gets. In fact, they're in a league all by themselves. But as you see here with the highlighted information, every little detail on here I need for to design my cabinets. Without these, without knowing the appliance plan, a conceptual kitchen drawing can be done, but you're really going in circles until you have this. So with this particular client, I went and we looked at the appliances, we picked them out, priced them to make sure they're in the budget, and then to come back to the drawings. So this drawing here, pardon the red pen, normally what I would do is take the original drawing, since I'm not a CAD designer, I'm really not that smart, and I start designing it based on what works and fits. And again, with the aquarium situation here, it has to work good and it has to look good. So this is how the process starts. And I send my little chicken scratch and writing that nobody can read, as it's almost like hieroglyphics, and send it off to my CAD designer. But this is how it gets started, and then the drawings come back to me, and I slowly start going through each one to get the looks of each elevation. Like for example, here's a quick look at the aquarium wall. This is as if you were standing at the sink. That whole backsplash is the aquarium. It has to be completely seamless. Otherwise it ruins the look. So this is almost like a peninsula coming out into the room. And again, as I showed you here, I really have to take into account the look of the appliances and the kitchen. They have to work hand in hand. And this particular client wants a seamless, flush, no-handle look. Another very cool thing about Gaggenau is that they have new handleless designs that you just push a button and the doors open, which is pretty awesome. So here's your aquarium wall. So this is really what everyone's going to stare at. As you come around to the back side, this is also the aquarium, but looking at it from the staircase. The key here is that all of these cabinets, you have to have access to where the aquarium is, above and below, but most importantly above. So these doors need to be able to open from the back side, but yet not look like they're utilitarian. So they need to look like the kitchen. But this is where all the cleaning is done, the feeding, the placement of corals, the lighting's behind there, scooping out dead fish, which is something I know all too well from having my showroom in Madison. And it's a dirty, messy job. So keeping that away from the kitchen side is something that has to be done. And of course, with the cabinets below, we have to be able to support the weight of this 10-foot long aquarium, which again is going to be saltwater. Looking at the end of the kitchen, if you look at this right here, This is the side view. And again, pardon my scribbles and notes, but this was a version to my CAD designer. They want to be able to see this aquarium on the end as you walk into the room. So it has to look completely built in, but still work. So this is a good cross section with how it would work. And then, of course, the island with the cabinets in the background. The island here is pretty fun. We're doing some fun stuff with some raised up countertops and about 73 inches in cooktop. So that's not your typical kitchen, but it's going to be pretty freaking awesome. And then coming around here again to the again making the cabinets on the other wall look much more like furniture, and purposely not putting a filler on the left side. As you look back at this plan, like they were originally designed to make them more like freestanding china cabinets with glass and things like that. As you'll see here, this upper 6-inch stone top is going to be cut around, like it's busted and cut right out around the cooktops. This right here is a rotating turntable that you can put food on, and it serves both angles and things like that. The other object or objective with this upper raised up top is it's going to look like a massive slab of stone that sits right on top of it and is just cantilevered out there. Like they found a piece from the quarry and stuck it right on there at this angle, and it can be any random angle we want to make it. As you can tell from my detailed design of stools, I have issues with my writing. So I know what's in my head and it comes out really quickly, and I'm very fortunate to have a CAD designer that can understand that. But this is how it all gets started. This process will go back and forth between me, the client, the CAD designer, the technical side with my kitchen companies, back and forth, and to the point where we can get it where it's something that gets put into a rendering and something that will blow them away. This is really going to be a fun kitchen, but it puts the technical challenges on a whole different level because of the way this aquarium has to fit underneath these wall units that are all working and be in there. But this is what makes things really fun, and I thought you guys might get a kick to see how this all shakes out. Stay tuned, as I will try to post more of this as it comes along and as we get into the rendering phase. Take care.